Hello everybody, and welcome back to Emily's Upcycled Home, where I take thrifted and salvage pieces and make them into home decor items. Moving on to project number 1. So I have just a simple shoe form here, and I'm not going to do too much to it. I'm just going to add a little bit of wording here and maybe a little floral on the top. So I'm coming in with some IOD scrap pieces that I have. I think this is probably from the Brocante maybe package. And I come in and I had a lot of issues with it sticking. It might be because my transfer is old and maybe some dust and dirt particles got into it. But I come in here with some sealer. I'm going to go ahead and seal the front part of the shoe. Let that dry, or maybe not let it dry, and try to just put my transfer back on. Now after I put that clear coat on and I went back and I put my heat gun in it to let it dry, I came back in to just really kind of rub that transfer in here and get whatever pieces came out on it onto this wood form, coming in with some DIY dark wax here and just sealing up the piece and aging it up a little bit more. And the last little pieces here, just to like add a little pop of color to the wood tone here, I come in with a sprig of floral and a rubber band to hold all that together, and tie a bow with a little scrap piece of lace. And then this piece is finished. A simple upcycle. Not everything needs to be painted. Not everything needs to have a full transformation. Just a simple upcycle for you to have this staged in your home. Now don't forget, you can shop with me on Facebook Marketplace. I have items listed there for you to purchase. And moving on to project number 2 here. Now, I had this bird. I found it in my stash, halfway painted white. And I found these little wood, like bunt feet, in my stash as well. So I went ahead and married the 2 pieces here. Now, the bottom of the bird had a hole in, so I just went ahead and twisted that bird onto the screw that was already existing on our bunt foot here. Now the base is wood and the top is kind of a plastery kind of faux wood kind of look that it had to the bird. I'm coming in here and I'm just layering up some dark wax by DIY onto the base and onto the bird, just to age up the piece, give it a little bit of difference here from that bright white tone, and come in now with a towel and wipe off all the excess. After I wiped all the excess off, a little bit of the DIY white wax and blend that in, because I believe the tone for me was a little bit too dark and all too one color, and I wanted to break that up a little bit. So I hit that bird with some white wax, come in on the bottom base of the wood and the top of the base of the wood, blend that into that wood, and once again wiping off all the excess of the wax here. And then we're going to set this aside and let it dry. And then I wanted to add a little bit of detailing to here, and I know I already came in with the white wax, so I'm just going to chance it here and see what happens with this bird. Now as far as the bird part, the transfer did stick on here, but I did try to come in on the wood piece that has all that wax from the dark wax on it, and it did not stick there. So I had to come in with another alternative. But with web-bound transfers, you just take your transfer in, rub it on with your little tool, and pull back the backing. Since the transfer didn't stick to the base here, I pull out my little stamps, and it's a little postal stamp and my archival ink, and I just add that little detail here. Now I'm still trying to add it on, but you guys, it doesn't work. It's not working. But I go ahead and seal the piece here, same with that Dixie Belle top coat and a flat finish. And then I add in the distressing inks here. And this is not a permanent ink, so when I come back in with my top coat, I can blend and work that ink into all the little crevices of where I want it to be. And the sealer I am using is Dixie Belle in a flat finish, and I will have links down in the description to purchase the products that I am using on today's video. So once again, with this ink, it's not a permanent ink, so I am able to smear it in and blend it with the flat finish here. And then all together that will be sealed. And the last little products here that I'm coming in with, I have to add some greenery, you guys. So I'm just coming in with my hot glue gun and little sprigs of greenery. I'm going to use the hot glue gun and kind of just push them into the little crevice there, just so that it kind of hides it. And then and just to hide up that glue mess that I have there, I'm going to pick off a little piece of greenery off one of these stems, add a tiny dot of glue, and hide that glue underneath there with that little leaf. Have you guys watched my Whatnot live auctions? You can catch me every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do have some shows booked there. You can go ahead, follow me, and bookmark my next shows. Moving on to project number 3. We are going to transform just a simple little wood box here. It's been in my stash. I use it for staging. It goes back away. And it's time for me to go ahead and let it go and move on from it. So first things first, I'm coming in with some DIY white wax. And I'm just going to come in and weather up the wood tone and the wood box. Now you're going to see me coat this with a lot of white wax, like it's almost paint here, but I'm going to go with it, and eventually as I work it in, I pull in some of that white wax to the other sides, to the back, the inside. And like always, you guys, you want to come in and grab your towel and remove all the excess wax on there. So I'm going to come in with a simple vintage music sheet piece here. It's more like wording on this one. And you saw me go ahead and just crease the edges into there, just so that it fits a little bit easier on the inside. And then I repeat the process in increasing those edges, coming back and trimming it again. And then we're going to add that into the center of our little box here. And I apply it using some regular Mod Podge just from your crafting store. Go ahead and apply that with your brush, and then I add the paper back into the center and using my hand to help seal in that piece and rub it into that Mod Podge that we have layered on the back. I come in with a little bit of that white wax just to muddy up, I guess, the paper. And this is just a little wreath that I have on hand, and I thought it was a little bit too full for my liking for this piece, so I go ahead and pull some of that wreath off, and I hit it with a little piece of ribbon that I had in my stash. Bring out my hot glue gun, adhere those two edges together, and then once again hot glue that piece into the center of our box here. And this is me just trimming it because it's not quite even. And once again coming in, adding that to the center, adding a little bit of hot glue to the top, and you see that little wood button at the top. I'm going to go ahead and add that little wood button just to give it a little element so that it looks like it's snapped on there or clipped on there with a button. And then this little project that we made here is finished. Now, remember, you can catch me live every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on my Facebook business page. If you like my content, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell for more DIY videos. And here are our finished products. Let me know what you guys think of these projects. Leave me a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Help my channel grow. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.